Hello, beautiful friends. It's Erica. So today I want to talk about one of the common questions and misconceptions that I have come across over the years of doing this work. And that has to do with my videos about divine masculine, divine feminine, and sacred union. Now, and this common misunderstanding or question is, gosh, why is it that it seems like the message never really changes? It seems like union's always almost here, or the masculine's figuring it out, or the feminine is this, or the masculine is this, and yet still I don't have physical union. Like, what is that? And quite frankly, a lot of people can be get jaded. I guess they can get jaded, and because they think like, gosh, like nothing ever changes. It's not happening in my life. And what I want to say is that it's really important to, first off, understand that my work here, I'm serving a very specific purpose, number one. And this is less about me and more about you, but I need to add this as context. So first off, if union hasn't manifested in physical form yet, there are many reasons why that's the case. But those of you that have been with me for years and years will likely be able to attest to the fact that you have grown tremendously by watching these videos, doing the inner work, understanding that union really is first union of self, unity consciousness. And then once you're in unity consciousness and you start to live from that energy, then you're ready for physical sacred union. And I'm not talking up to the masses here. I'm speaking to a very specific group of souls that I'm meant to serve in my mission. Now, if you're new to my channel, I have lots of other content here besides masculine and feminine and sacred union and relationship readings. I have a lot of other playlists here. Do check them out. I talk about conscious parenting, conscious health, talk about soul growth, light workers. So I have a lot of other content besides divine masculine and divine feminine, but this video is specific to those of you that have likely come here for a specific relationship or understanding of masculine and feminine and all that comes with that. So my role, though, it's like my role is very specific. So therefore, the divine knows that I'm here to serve a certain segment of the collective on their ascension journey. I happen to be working with a lot of souls that are on on a very specific path, I should say. And so it would make sense that a lot of the messages coming through would serve that segment. So for example, the way that I'm going to give this analogy is that of a store. If I have a shoe store, people that are interested in shoes will come into the store, they'll browse around, they'll talk to the people working at the store, they'll figure out what they like, what they don't like, they'll browse and see, and then they exit the store. They'll either have gotten some shoes, they will have said, oh, it's not really quite for me, not really my style, or yeah, it's nothing in there today, but I'm going to come back next week, maybe see if they got some new stuff in. And so I'm kind of like a shoe store. There's shoes, there's a variety of shoes, different types of shoes, but not everyone's going to want shoes. And someone who's looking to buy a car is not going to come into my shoe store unless they're lost and asking for directions, which sometimes actually happens with my channel because people are like, I have no idea how I found your video. And I just clicked on it and all of a sudden it was something I needed to see. So I've subscribed. So actually that does happen, which is pretty funny and sweet. Actually, it is, because that's the way the universe works. Sometimes the universe puts something right in front of your face that you need to see that you didn't know you needed. So imagine I have a store where I'm serving a certain part of the collective, people that are on a journey that want the type of thing that I'm offering. And after a while, so the other important thing around my masculine and feminine readings is that while you perceive the message hasn't changed in the 4 years that I've been doing this, and I know other people have likely felt the same, I will tell you first off, it really has. Yet you have to remember that when I'm doing collective readings, the collective is a lot of people and it moves very slowly. So the shifts are subtle, right? I do this often, and so I can see the shift in the messages from long ago. But if you look at it at just the title, like the titles of the videos, they don't really look that different. But the messages within them have shifted over the 4 years I've done this. The collective really has ascended. People have moved into a beautiful new energy where the messages have been different. More people are in inner union of self. And therefore, they are now more in the collective are actually manifesting the actual relationship. But I want to say, the reason, so one of the things is people can get jaded when they're like, the titles never change it. It's not happening in my life. This is all BS. This is perpetuating sort of an unhealthy myth. Okay. And I know some people have said that. I know you may have even thought it. You may have even said it. But you guys know that I have always emphasized this is the healthy union and inner, like there's a difference between hoping and knowing, right? The people that are in unhealthy dynamics that are watching videos, that's not my audience, okay? And I know that if they come to my videos for that, oftentimes they realize very quickly that there is a lot of deep work that is required when you hang around my channel. It's just, that's what I'm meant to do and how I'm serving. And so generally speaking, my videos are for those that understand that it is an inner journey first. But what's fascinating is that a lot of you are writing me and commenting on videos I did 3-4 years ago even. And you're like, this randomly showed up in my feed and I just listened to it. And it's exactly everything that's going on in my life. So I want to tell you that every video on my channel, no matter when I've recorded it for, I have the intention, and the divine has the intention of it being timeless. Meaning, even if I record for December 2019 and you happen upon the message and it's exactly what you're going through in 2022, that is meant to be. It is because the divine has a reason you need to hear that message at that specific time. So, again, and the other thing is that people go through an evolution. And they're giving, again, more of an example from my shoe store analogy, showing me another layer of it, which is you may come in wanting shoes for a specific occasion. It's like, today I'm coming into the shoe store because I need to buy a pair of sneakers because I'm going to go and get on an exercise binge and I need some new sneakers. My old ones are worn out, or I just want some extra motivation. So you come in, you buy the sneakers, you get the sneakers, you leave with sneakers. Well, a month later, you get invited to your cousin's wedding and you're like, I need a pair of snazzy high heel shoes that are going to go with my blue dress. And I don't have some. So I'm going to go back into the shoe store and I'm going to look for high heeled shoes. Still the shoe store, but you're looking for something else and you're leaving with something else as well. But it's still the same store. And so at different times, you might come to my videos with a specific thing that your soul needs to learn and understand. And then later you can return back to the store and get something completely different that you have for a different need at the time. And so a lot of people initially come to get relationship guidance or understanding on sacred union. And then they leave for a while and then they come back because they really want to continue to hone in on their level, their soul growth. And whether I recorded a video 4 years ago or whether I recorded a video today, it doesn't matter. What matters is the resonance. What matters is what you take from the video, because that is how you have manifested the right message, the right guidance, the right information for where you are now. And the other small piece I want to add about this, guys, has to do with the fact that when I'm channeling messages, and I'm speaking for myself, other people work differently. When I'm channeling messages, I'm tuning into the energies. I'm tuning into all the timelines, all the potentials. And in energy, union has already manifested. It is manifested already, because time, linear time, the way we think of it as in our human construct, is not the same when we're tuning into the energies, when we're tuning into the different dimensions, when we're tuning into the all-knowing. And so that is the biggest frustration many people have, is like, wow, I felt that this would have manifested years ago, but here it is now. And I have a lot of you guys commenting on this, actually. I'd love to hear from you, by the way. And I know other people would benefit from this as well in the comments, if you are feeling this way, where it's like, man, oh man, I thought this would manifest 4 years ago, 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and here I am. And it's just now starting to manifest in physical form. And so my question always to you to think about at that point is, you started watching my videos 4 years ago. If I had said in the message 4 years ago, guess what, guys? You're going to manifest the most incredible, powerful partnership that other people are going to be around and be like, oh my gosh, that is the most amazing partnership I've ever been around in my entire life. You're going to have that, but it's going to be 5 years down the road. It's going to be 7 years down the road. It's going to be 2 years down the road, even whatever it would, the number is arbitrary, right? But if I had said, you know what, it's not going to be right now. It's not going to be this week. It might not even be this year. That would be very discouraging. And it's going to take a hell of a lot of doubts, uncertainties, question marks, deep soul growth. Most people, if they're honest with themselves, would have been like, oh, forget this whole thing. Like, whatever, this is not my gig. I don't want to deal with this. Even though they want what's on the other end of it, the perception of the journey would have felt so big and so daunting and so exhausting, quite frankly, that they probably wouldn't have done the deep level of work. And so rather than judging the titles of the videos, which the titles don't quite change all that much, because I always try to title my videos very accurately for what's contained in the video. I hate when I go to watch videos and the title is so different from what the content is. It's like that clickbait titles of like, you need to know this now, or, Spirit has this urgent message, right? Not that one. That doesn't apply here, but I always try to reflect it accurately, but I only get 100 characters, guys. It's really hard to capture the essence of a video in 100 characters accurately. So that's why I like a lot of my titles do sound the same, but I will tell you the messages do shift. But I will say that it's important just to understand that if you are drawn to the videos, if you are drawn to the messages, they're resonating for you at a soul level, not just, I hope this is going to be true. Keep doing your work. Keep trusting the divine. So that was a little bit of a longer explanation for the question I get, but I hope that it helps you understand the context around which, like, I'm serving a certain segment for that purpose. I'm also serving other segments for other reasons, other content here on the channel. That's why I also have 4 YouTube channels, because I've kind of, tried to segment out the different types of things I'm doing to the right audiences. So if you haven't checked out my other channels, please do, because I have 4 YouTube channels. The most recent one being the Real Men Project, by the way, which is very different from these, although similar content, but in a different form. But I hope that this helps understand the reason why, like, you know, and I gotta be honest, the people that are thinking the things of like, oh, this is all BS because you know, it's always the same message and it never changes and union never manifests. Those really aren't people that are probably watching my videos, to be honest. So this really may be for nothing, because I know probably most of you already know this, but maybe this can be a reinforcement for you on your journey, on your knowing, on your faith, in your path, what your guidance is. And but I feel the need to support others that are doing this type of work as well with the collective, because a lot of people take a heck of a lot of heat on social media. People are brutal. People are, it's like they're so miserable that they want other people to be miserable, and they just like lash out and say stuff, and it's like I don't understand it, because I have never once in my life ever made a nasty comment on any video ever. I haven't. It's like anyway, that's a whole other topic in and of itself. But if you feel like sharing your thoughts on this topic, I'd love to hear. It would help other people as well. Also, if you do like this video, give it a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. It helps other people find the channel. It's a free way to give back if you have found value out of my work and my videos. And until next time, guys, I send you so much love. Bye.